Oh, it's you guys. Welcome back. What you have here is a 100-year-old Martin, O-18. Now this is a 1917 Martin O-18. In 1917 they went from making this guitar out of Brazilian rosewood, this is Brazilian rosewood, to going to mahogany. So an 18 level guitar was rosewood up until 1917. As some of you know, they didn't offer steel strings except on Hawaiian guitars. That started about 1915 or so. And then in 1926, the steel string guitars became so popular because audiences got bigger and bigger and they could hear them better, that they converted all the guitars to their famous X-braced steel string guitars. So in 1926, that was the first full year that Martin offered steel strings as standard. This guitar, Adirondack top, has seen a lot of duty. It has been worn away here. You can see all the repairs, multiple cracks, new bridge, crack here, crack there, everywhere crack, crack. There's little holes in the top. This is typical for a 100-year-old Martin. Martins are heirloom instruments. They're usually well cared for, like a Rolex or a Mercedes. People look after these prime examples of the art. And Martin is certainly America's oldest manufacturer, having been around since 1833. And this Martin, being just turn of the century, is a nylon string. Now, this has silken steels on it. The bridge plate has been embellished a little bit to handle the ball end strings and the silken steel strings. It's a great guitar. A guitar like this is going to sell for under $4,000. But you get into this guitar, which is my personal guitar. This is a 1927 O-28. So, I'm sorry, an O-21. A 28 would have white binding, a 21 has the darker, cheaper binding. And by the way, this was called an 18 because it was 18 bucks. This, made after the standardization of steel strings, is a guitar that has miles more authority. These steel string guitars from this time period are feather light and they sound so good. Now here's a great example for those of your collectors. People come in sometimes, they point to a guitar and they go, I got one like that. One like what? This one's under $4,000. This one's under $20,000. They're both Brazilian rosewood. They're both within the same time period, made 10 years apart. Our point is, you should probably have an old Martin looked at. We're happy to look at guitars and give you our insight into their value, what makes them valuable. This being a mint steel string, look at the condition of this guitar and look at the condition of this guitar. This guitar will soon come onto the marketplace, but not just yet. But this is a remarkable condition guitar that has an original case. Cases add value, a lot of value. This doesn't have an original case. It has a nice hard shell case, but it's not the original case. Tone adds value. Construction adds value. Detail adds value. And that's why you should always have your guitars appraised, but old Martins, really, they rise in value. There's so much to talk about. I'm looking at the bar frets and the logo on the back of the headstock and the choices of woods and how they built these guitars. All of this without going into too much detail. These are guitars, all Martins, even new Martins, are heirloom quality guitars. Some guitars are more expensive than others. So there you go. I'm going to make this one quick. It's just a valuation thing. Here we have a Brazilian rosewood O size. It's under 20. Here we have a Brazilian rosewood O size that's under 4. Come look at both.